You got to feel bad for Bohs there. You have to feel sorry for Bohs. They gave it everything there, and they're so unlucky. But as for Rovers, it's absolute ecstasy for them. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to LOI TV. Now today we're going to be taking a quick look at last night's results in the Europa League first qualifying round, where Bohemians travelled to Fehérvár, is that something like that, the Hungarian side, and Shamrock Rovers played host to, I'm just going to call them Tampere. I don't know how to pronounce the first word there, but yeah, we'll start off with the Bohemians game. Obviously took place earlier in the evening, then the Shamrock Rovers match, and it's their first time in Europe in a good few years for Bohs, so I was hoping they could get put a little run together, and they got a tough draw. I believe Fehérvár are 250 places ranked above Bohs in terms of like a European structure or whatever, and yeah, it's just so difficult to take. They put in so much effort. I think they genuinely deserved. They had chances to win the game. It was a 1-1 draw after 120 minutes. It was a 1-1 draw after 90 minutes as well. Bohs actually took the lead through Keith Ward. I think they'll have to be a little bit disappointed with the penalty they did give away. But this Bohs side looks so organised, so structured. They're going to take plenty of positives from this, and look, penalties is a lottery. It's so hard to know. They did lose 4-2 on penalties in the end, and yeah, it's so frustrating. I'd say Bohs fans, listen, you can be so proud of your club, of all the players that did the club so proud, did the country, did the league proud, and yeah, I'm so bitterly disappointed. I think Keith Long said that he was so disappointed but extremely proud, and I think that's the perfect way of putting it, because it's all right to admit that you're disappointed with the results. Like, that shows that you want to progress and you want to do well. So I think it's right from to be disappointed. You want to win games in European football. I think they're capable of it. They have the players there that can do it. But I think they did everyone proud. It's a tough. Listen, if it was a 2-leg game, you're bringing a 1-1 draw back to Dalymount Park, an away goal. It's brilliant result. So yeah, it's very difficult for Bohs to take that, but they can be so proud of the performance they put in, and yeah, I think that's the only way of really putting it. As I said, they can take plenty of positives from this game heading into next week's massive match. Like, there's no even words to describe how excited I am for that game. You always get excited for a Dublin derby between Bohs and Rovers, but this one, both teams, I think, was a 2 points separating them. I believe it's 2 o'clock next Friday. So I think Bohs, listen, they look really good. They're in quality form in the league. So going into that, they'll have full confidence that they can come away with that with a win. But talking about Shamrock Rovers there, we might as well move on to them. They also went to penalties. They drew 2-2 in 90 minutes. Liam Scales saw red as well. So for the half an hour and extra time, they were under a little bit of pressure. And they held out, they defended well. There's a lot of problems with the streaming service. I believe it was quite poor. So I think a lot of fans were giving out about that on Twitter and stuff, and rightly so. They deserve. I think they paid a tenner for it, so you deserve to get the service that you're paid for. So it is disappointing for everyone that happened the way it did. Like, such a big game and such an exciting match that they weren't even able to watch it. It's such a shame. There was some fans actually gathered outside the ground, which was class to see, to be fair. I know that people can say government guidelines and stuff, but like, I suppose I'll be more worried about next week's game in the Dublin derby. If you get both sets of fans turning up at the ground, I wouldn't be surprised to see that. So that'd be my bigger concern, to be honest. But because I presume it's Cooper fans and stuff that have been mixing already, so they're kind of at the same risk level already. That's what I'd think. But yeah, I don't know. People saying that, I don't know. It's hard to know. But listen, yeah, it was great scenes at the end of the match. Obviously, they did win on penalties. It was a crazy penalty shootout. I believe it is the highest number of penalties ever taken in a European game. 12-11 it finished. Crazy. I couldn't believe it. I think I was watching some I can't remember the fella's name. Fair play to him. He's went live on Instagram. And yeah, I was watching it on that, and Joey O'Brien obviously tucked away the winner after Alan Manis saved. Alan Manis actually scored a penalty himself as well, tucked it away well. So yeah, I think for Shamrock Rovers, they probably would have liked to have got it done on the field, like just during the match. I think they're definitely good enough to have beaten that side over the 90 minutes, finished them off. Finish side Tampere, so I think they could have finished them off in the 90 minutes, but Jesus, that was terrible. But yeah, no, I think Shamrock Rovers will be delighted to get through. That's the only goal at the end of the day. And they had a couple of chances to win. I think Graham Burke had a few chances. He looked promising. Jack Byrne actually missed his penalty, which is a bit of a shame, but he did well. didn't get going as much. Remember last year in the Europa League, he was fantastic. So yeah, he probably didn't get us going as much as you would have liked. So, but listen, it's all set up perfectly now for next Friday. But Rovers will be delighted to get through to the next round, of course, and hopefully they get a nice draw. But I have to give a quick shout out to Coleraine as well, the Northern Irish side. Went to Slovenian side NK Maribor, who've been in the Champions League games, group stage games, and they've drawn with likes of Chelsea and stuff before, and they're a very big side and big budget team. And they actually went and drew 1-1 over the 120 minutes, actually won on penalties. Fantastic scenes at the end of the match. So yeah, fair play to them. I was delighted to see that for them. It's always good to see an Irish side do well. So yeah, I was delighted to see that for Coleraine to get through to the next round against all odds. I believe they were 10-1 going into. I think I saw that somewhere they were 10-1 going into the game, and NK Maribor were 1-14. Like, they're huge underdogs. So it's fantastic to see that for them, and have best of luck to them in the next round as well. But yeah, Dundalk obviously and Shamrock Rovers are in the next round of the Europa League. So fingers crossed both sides can get through to the round after, and hopefully we can see one of them get into the group stages for the Europa League, because that's always a huge. There's always a huge buzz around that, so it'd be fantastic to see an Irish side do that. So hopefully. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy the video, guys. Let me know what you thought of last night's fixtures down in the comments below, and let me know how excited you are if you're a Shamrock Rovers or a Bohs fan for next weekend's game. It is going to be an absolute cracker. We're going to have some build up for that over the coming weeks, so make sure to hit the subscribe button to stay tuned. I hope you did enjoy, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you in a bit.